I'm going to be showing you how to use Google Slides to demonstrate symmetry or asymmetry in muscle development in dogs. It's important to recognize that this is not a diagnostic. It's more of a communication tool or a tool for people who have a really hard time visualizing symmetry. So a communication tool, this can be if you are a professional and you're trying to demonstrate symmetry or asymmetry to a client. But it can also be helpful for the average dog owner. If you've got a concern with your dog and you are bringing your dog to a vet, this may be a tool that you can use to help explain your concern and to demonstrate your concern by bringing it into your vet and showing them. So I use Google Chrome and Google Slides simply because it's a free app and it's universal. Anyone can have access to it, anyone can use it. So I'm going to go into Google Chrome and I'm just going to scroll on down to Slides, open that up, and I'm going to start a new presentation. So I want to get rid of everything that's already on here, so I'm just going to click and drag and delete. Okay, I'm going to change the size of the presentation as well in terms of the page setup for a couple of reasons. First of all, I am going to be showing symmetry from the front or from the rear, and so that will fit better onto a different page setup. But secondly, if I need to print this out to bring it anywhere, like say to a vet's office, this makes it really easy. So I'm just going to switch it to 8.5 by 11, which is typical paper size. There we go. Okay, so my next step, I need to grab a photo, and when I am choosing a photo, I look for a photo where the dog is, let's see, there we are. Okay, I look for a photo where the dog's front feet are parallel. Their toes are about the same place if you were to draw a line across, but I also look to see that their forelegs are parallel as well, as they are here. So this is a pretty good photo to use. So you also want to make sure that the photo was taken square onto the dog, because if the camera was angled, then that can change the appearance of the muscles. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm actually going to crop in a little bit. So I just double clicked there, and then I get these nice little black lines, and I'm going to crop in a bit on the top and the bottom just so that I can make this as large as possible. And this is just so that you guys can see it a little bit easier. Get rid of this too. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in. And typically I just do this because I like the lines to be as accurate as possible. This is zoomed in a bit too much. Let's see. There, that'll work. I just zoomed out a little bit there. Okay, so I'm going to go to my lines, select a line, and I want a curved line. So I'm going to be starting up here where the neck is meeting the shoulders. And all I'm going to do is click on that point. And then I'm going to move a little bit down. And I'm just going to keep on clicking as I go down. I'm really trying to keep that center point right on the edge of Remy's skin. So that it's as accurate as possible. And every time you can see me pausing, I'm clicking. So I'm going to go down to about her elbow here. Okay, I double click and that gives me my line. Now, as you can see, it does follow her skin really closely, follows the muscle really closely, so that's great. The next thing that I am going to do is I'm going to make a copy of this, and I'm going to flip it. So I need my format options here. I'm going to go to size and rotation, and I'm going to flip it. I'm also going to change the color of both of these and make them red. It just is a little bit easier to see on her. So now I'm going to go to about the same point where the shoulders meeting the elbow. And just get that as close as I can. That's pretty good. And as you can see, there is a little bit of asymmetry here. I knew about this in advance. The owner knows about this. It's something that she's working on, so it's not a surprise to either of us. But that's what it would look like. And so if I zoom out, these lines are going to be harder to see, and so I might change them to make them just a little bit wider, just to make it easier to see. And I'm going to zoom back out. Let's go to 50%. Okay, now you can see the whole dog. And so that's just a really simple way to demonstrate muscle asymmetry. Works very well, accessible for pretty much everyone. And again, not a diagnostic tool by any means. It is a tool for communication, mainly for communication or for people who have a really hard time visualizing symmetry or asymmetry. I hope this helps. Have an awesome day.